This is what 200 days of struggle built. A hunter who now owns the grass beneath its feet. A venomous puff adder rises without warning. One wrong move here could end everything in an instant. It freezes mid-step, every muscle locked, every instinct focused on a single deadly opponent. 200 days earlier, this same journey began in silence, high inside a lone acacia tree. A single speckled egg waits here, fragile and still, wrapped in sticks and soft dry grass. One parent settles over the egg, feathers fluffed, guarding the only chance this life has. The mate returns to take its turn. Neither parent ever leaves this egg unwatched for long. A faint crack spreads across the shell. After weeks of waiting, life is finally breaking through. A wet, exhausted chick collapses into the nest, helpless, blind to danger, entirely dependent. The first meal arrives. Without this feeding, this fragile chick would not survive the day. One nest, one chick, and an entire savanna stretching out around it in every direction. Alone for a moment while both parents forage, this chick is more vulnerable than it knows. A parent returns with food. Relief settles back into the nest, at least for now. Days pass, feather by feather. The chick is slowly becoming something stronger. For the first time, it pushes up onto its own legs, wobbly, unsure but determined. It topples sideways almost instantly. A gentle nudge from its parent sets it upright again. Night falls over the nest. Tomorrow brings new dangers this young bird cannot yet imagine. Balance is improving. Small, careful steps along the nest's edge are its first real practice. High above, an eagle circles. In this sky, every shadow could mean the difference between life and death. Both parents freeze instantly, scanning the sky. The chick senses the danger and crouches low. One parent spreads its wings low and wide, shielding its chick completely from view above. The eagle drifts away without striking. For now, the danger has passed this fragile nest by. Days later, a black-backed jackal moves cautiously through the grass below the tree. It looks up toward the nest. This predator knows exactly what might be waiting up there.
200 days of
A parent drops
survival
from the branches
built.
in an instant, wings wide, legs braced for battle. It lands hard, hissing, feathers puffed to full size, a warning the jackal cannot ignore. A powerful strike slams into the ground beside the jackal, dust exploding on impact. The jackal breaks and runs, vanishing back into the grass it came from. The parent returns to the nest. The chick is safe again, thanks to instinct and vigilance. It survives not because it is strong on its own, but because someone is always watching. Weeks later, this juvenile takes its first steps away from the only home it has ever known. Its legs are longer now, but still clumsy. The open ground feels vast and unfamiliar. It follows its parent at a careful distance, copying every deliberate, measured step. Watch closely. This is the strike that could one day save its life. A rapid, precise stamp. The juvenile studies every movement, eyes locked on the technique it must one day master. Its first attempt is clumsy. The insect escapes easily, and the lesson is not lost on it. Again and again it tries, each attempt just a little more controlled than the last. Finally, a clean catch. A small victory, but one that marks real, measurable progress. Nearby, a parent watches quietly, letting this young hunter learn through its own mistakes. Now it stalks bigger prey, a lizard basking in the sun, unaware it is being hunted. Too slow, the lizard escapes in an instant, and timing proves harder than it looks. The parent demonstrates the real technique, fast, repeated strikes with total control. Every strike is studied closely. This is how instinct becomes skill, one lesson at a time. For the first time, the juvenile spreads its wings wide in its own imitation of the stance. Every strike this bird will ever make began exactly like this, as a mistake worth learning from. The weeks blur together. Feather by feather, this juvenile edges closer to adulthood. Its movements are sharper now. Insects no longer stand much chance against this young hunter. A small snake appears. For a moment, old instincts hesitate before experience takes over. Then, a decisive strike. Its first real snake kill, and a clear turning point in its story. Parent and offspring now walk almost as equals, strides finally matching in rhythm. Now nearly grown, this young bird walks alone for the first time, no parent in sight. It scans the ground with practiced precision, reading every movement in the grass. Without warning, a puff adder bursts from cover. This is the moment everything is led to. The snake coils and hisses, hood flared, tongue flicking, a warning meant to end the fight before it begins. But this bird does not run. Wings spread wide, it stands its ground completely. Slowly it circles the snake, reading its posture, waiting for the right moment to strike. Its eyes never leave the target. Every strike pattern is being read and calculated in real time. The strike comes fast and hard. A single powerful kick aims straight at the snake's head. It steps back immediately, watching closely for any sign the threat is not yet finished. 2 more precise strikes follow, each one landing with the same practice control. The threat is finally over. What stands here now is no longer the bird it once was. It walks on, calm and unshaken, as though nothing at all had just happened. No wild fighting, no luck involved. Just speed, instinct, and 200 days of learning, now fully grown. This is the same bird from the very beginning of this story. Every strike is effortless now. What once took several failed attempts now takes just one. A short, low flight carries it across open ground, strength earned through months of growth. It lands on a favorite perch, the same branches that once sheltered it as a helpless chick. From up here it surveys territory that now belongs entirely to this one bird. This is where the story began. A fragile, damp chick with no idea what lay ahead. And this is where it stands now. The transformation is, at last, complete. It descends to walk its territory, moving with the calm authority of a true survivor. Even mid-stride, it catches prey without breaking pace. Hunting has become second nature. As the sun begins to set, it walks on, casting a long shadow across the golden grass. It pauses, raising its crest feathers slightly, silhouetted against the fading light. One bird, one shadow, one survivor standing alone against the endless African sky. Every predator on this savanna once began exactly the same way, as helpless prey. Survival was never guaranteed by birth. Every bit of it had to be learned, day by day. As night falls over the grassland, this story quietly closes, but the savanna never stops. Morning dew clings to the grass, a small, quiet reminder that life here begins again daily. Heat shimmers across the plain, a reminder of just how unforgiving this landscape can be. A close look into the eye that has seen every danger this journey has thrown at it. The nest sits empty now, its purpose already fulfilled, its work here finally done. Life continues all around. Zebra, antelope, and countless others sharing this same wild plain. Even in stillness, every feather tells part of this bird's long and difficult story. From a fragile egg to a fearless survivor, this is the true cost of learning to live.